One of the things I hate about social media the most is that you spend so much time crafting this content, and then it has a shelf life of 24 to 48 hours before it's gone. And then you're just constantly having to repeat this cycle. And then on top of that, you have to figure out, all right, when's the best time to actually post and schedule these pieces of content that I'm creating? In this video, I want to show you a really easy way to schedule your social media content so that you can make your life a little bit easier. And then I'm going to show you how to use a tool like ChatGPT or any other AI tool to actually create your content for you. So then all you have to do is go in, edit it, make it sound like you, and then you can spend your time focusing on content that's actually going to be evergreen instead of spending so much time on content that is going to vanish in a short period of time. But without further ado, let's go to my computer and we will walk through the social media planner that is in the TechDesk Suite. And if you're interested, I have a special offer for you at the end. So yeah, let's dive into it. So the social media planner is very straightforward. Here's my account. So you're actually seeing like live content here of like my personal account. You can see I've got a couple of posts already scheduled to go out the rest of this week. So one set to go out on Thursday and then one on Friday. And then you can see here all the ones that I've already published. And you can see here that I really only publish to LinkedIn and to my Facebook page. And this is my business page, not the personal one. So that is the one caveat with this is for both Instagram and Facebook, it has to be a business profile in order for you to post to it. And you can't post to your personal profile. So let's get started and walk through this. But to get to the social planner, you're going to come into your TechDesk Suite and go to marketing, go to social planner, and it's going to be the first thing that pops up when you go to marketing. But if not, it's going to be the social planner up here. And then it has three main sections: the planner, the content, and then the stats. So the content here is just going to be like all the content that you've uploaded. So if you upload a CSV, it's going to have all those posts there. I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of doing the CSV because it's more complicated than it needs to be. Again, this video is about keeping things easy. Then if you have recurring posts, you can do that here. If you have reviews that you want to turn into posts, those will be here. Same with RSS feed, template library, and then those that are waiting for approval because there is an approval system in here. And then if you have a queue based on categories, you can do that as well. And then you have your stats. I'm not going to show mine. So the first thing you want to do is come in here and add your social media account. So to do that, you click socials. And as of the time of this video, you can do Facebook, Instagram. And again, this is going to be your business Facebook page. Instagram is going to be a business Instagram account. You can connect your Google business profile, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, and Pinterest as well. And then if you're using the communities in high level, you can also add your community here as well. And this is a great way to actually pre-schedule content in your community to keep people engaged, especially if you have like recurring posts that you want to do every so often. This is where you would do that. You actually do not do it in the community itself. You do it here in the social media planner. So you connect the accounts that you want and just click connect. It'll walk you through the steps to connect it. And then that's all that you need to do. The next thing here is the gear, which is the settings. And so here, again, you'll see all your social media accounts and you can connect them. You can see here, I have my Facebook page, my LinkedIn account, and then I have two of my communities here. And the one thing to keep in mind with a lot of these is you have to go in and re-verify it like every 30 to 60 days, depending on the provider that you're using. So this is what this is telling you here. So like in 59 days, I actually need to come in here and reconnect just to make sure that everything stays connected. But if you go to notifications, which we'll get to in just a second, we'll go here now. You can see you can get alerts for different things. Account pre-expiry, which is like letting you know that your connection is about to expire. You'll get emails for that. And then same thing for the account expired. You'll get notifications for that. Request for post approval, approved post, rejected post, and then post failed. And I keep all of these on just by default, and you'll get those notifications for those various things. But we've already gone through the social accounts. Let's go to communities. You can see here, Pinterest. I'm going to skip that because I actually do not use Pinterest. The next thing is categories. So you can set up different categories for your social media posts. So for me, I had a few that I used. I'm not actually using these anymore, but they're still in here. So like I have ones that are call to action posts, ones that are problem awareness, behind the scenes, testimonials, posts that are case studies, inspirational and educational. That way I can easily go in and categorize them and sort and filter my posts based on that. And it makes it really easy if you want to go in and reuse a post later on. And then the one nice thing that I really do like in here is the watermark. So you can upload your logo, and then any images that you use in your social media posts that you upload in here will actually superimpose this logo or watermark on every image. So you can have your branding on there, which is really nice to keep people from stealing your images because everything will have your logo on it. And so they would just have to crop it out. And then you have your global settings. And the main thing here is I keep this one on. It's media optimization. This basically just makes sure that all your images are resized and framed properly to work for each social media platform. So those are all the settings, and enough with that boring stuff. Let's get into actually creating a post. So to create a new post, all you need to do is come to your social media planner, click this nice blue button that says new post. And then you got some options here. So you can create a new post, upload from CSV. Again, I don't recommend that. You got some social media planner templates. So they got some templates here if you want to use those. You can use the content AI, let the AI write it for you. If you have a website, that kind of thing, you can connect your RSS feed to it and automatically generate posts. Same with your Google and Facebook reviews. You can automatically feed some of those in and turn those into social media posts, and then you have your category queue. And so we're just going to create a new post. One thing that you want to do first is, where are you posting to? So you have all your accounts down here. So you can see here. So I've got my Facebook, my LinkedIn, and then all the different categories for my community that I can post into. But then you can see here that I have a group. And so this is like Facebook and LinkedIn, so that when I click on this, it'll actually post to both of them. And to do that, just click new group. And then so we'll just call this test group. And then you come in here and select the ones that you want. And so if it's already in a group, you can't add it to another group. Just keep that in mind. So we're just going to cancel out of that because I already have my group set up. So we're going to select default group, and this is going to post this content to both Facebook and LinkedIn. And then so we can say just some sample content. Check out my website. And yeah, we're just going to keep it real simple. Nothing too complicated here. The nice thing here is you can see the character limit. So keeps that in mind in terms of your posts, which is important for things like Instagram, where you do have more of a hard character limit. You can use AI to write a post for you. I'm not going to use that. And then you can also come in here, bold your text as well. So if you want to make this a headline, come here, click bold. And it doesn't actually use bold text. It uses the character replacements. That would be something similar to Yay Text or websites like that, where you can type in your post and automatically have it change the text for you. You can do the same thing with italics. Drop in your emoji. Let's drop in a photo here. So you can create one using AI, or you can upload from your media library. You can see here, I've got some in here, and we'll go to social media images. These are ones I've uploaded previously. And we'll just pick this one of a desk. And so it puts in the image here, and you can see it puts the watermark there on the image automatically. And then that is all that you need to do in terms of that. And then let's say you want to make this a little bit different for each one. So this is going to be the same thing on both of them. So you can see here the preview. This is what it's going to look like on Facebook. This is what it's going to look like on LinkedIn. But let's say we want to jazz it up a little bit. So click this little toggle here, customize for each channel. And then you get the same message over here. But now you have a little toggle at the top. So let's just say this one is Facebook specific. Then we come over here. This one is for LinkedIn. So you can just make little variations for each one, for each platform, which is nice because you can come in here, put your main content first for everything, and then come out here and split it and customize it for each channel after you've created your core piece of content. And then you've got media optimization turned on automatically for the image. As far as the advanced options, you can do that here. And this is where you select your category, like those categories that I told you about earlier. as well as any tags that you want to use. And then other things that you can include in your document, in your post, are media files, which I'm not sure why you would use those. It can do videos, hashtags, and links as well. So all the different things that you can really do with that. And then you can post photos as a PDF document for LinkedIn. It gives you that option. And then all that's really left is to either save it for later if you're not done with it, or when you're ready to post it, click post. And then you get a couple of different options. You can post it now. Posting it now publishes it immediately. You can schedule the post. And so that just allows you to select the date and time that you want the post to go live. And then you can send posts for approval. And this is great if you, like it says here, send for approval first within your agency or organization. So this is great if you're working with someone like a VA and you want to approve all the messages first before they go out. Then you can just send it for approval. So they can say it's done, it's ready to go. You just have to approve it. And then so this would mark it as needing approval. And then if you want to create a recurring post, you can do that here. If we were to select this one, select the repeat. How often do you want to repeat? Like every 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. And then same thing, select the post time and then the date range as far as like how often and how long you want that to repeat. You schedule the post. But in terms of like the scheduling the post, you see here, gives you this option. And then the one nice thing is based on your audience and their interactions with your post, it'll give you the best times for posting on social media. So like for me, the best time for me to post would be actually 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. If I selected that time, it would then post my content at 1 p.m. and scheduling it for that time. That's a nice thing. And again, that is based on your specific analytics and data and how people are interacting with your post. So that is a nice to have. And so we're actually going to just exit out of this because I'm not going to save that. And then back here at the social planner, there are a couple of different things that you can do here. So you can see here, you have it as a list, but this isn't very helpful in terms of being able to visualize things other than seeing, all right, these are the ones that have published and what's coming up. But what I really like here is the calendar view. So if you click on this icon here, switches from the list view to a calendar view, and you can see all of your pieces of content laid out on the calendar. So you can actually visually see what's going live. And the nice thing too is like you can see which ones have images, which ones don't. So it just makes it really easy to categorize and see things visually. And then you have filter views. So you can create a new view here, and based on content type, status, approval status, who it was created by, who approved it, the categories. And so you can create all different kinds of filters so that you can easily view the type of content that you want to view. And you also have the week view, which is just like a 1 week view of your post. And this is probably the one that I would use the most, is being able to see at a glance, all right, this is what I have going live on any given week. And actually go to today. And so, yeah, so you can see here, I've got 2 posts that are still scheduled to go live, one at 9 o'clock tomorrow, and then another one at 9:10 on Friday, even though it's not the preferred scheduled time. That's like when I prefer posting my content. All right. So now let's talk about creating your content for social media and using AI to do it, because I really love AI for this because, again, like I said, social media content is really vaporware in many ways. You're posting it and it has a very short shelf life. And so I don't want to spend a whole lot of time crafting the perfect social media message. So I like to use AI. And at this point, I have fed so much data into AI that it knows about me, my business, my voice, because I've given it videos and transcripts. I've given it blog posts that I've written, all that kind of stuff. And I feed it in there. And so it knows what I sound like, how I want to present my business. So all I have to do is come in and tell it, all right, I've got a new week of social media content that I want you to post. Like you can see, let's scroll up. Okay, this last one that I did for this week's content. Okay, it's time for another week of content. We're waitlisting the TechDesk Suite builds for August because time of recording this video, I am at capacity for July. So any new clients that are coming in are going to have to wait till August. With that in mind, we want to push my automation audit as the main offer. And so I was like, all right, got it. And then it spits out the content for me. And then all I have to do is copy this and then go over to the social media planner, paste it in there, drop in an image. And the nice thing too is if I did this, so let's say we want to do like next week content. So, okay, this is great. It's time for another week of content. And let's keep the same focus. But additionally, please give me a description of an AI generated image that would go perfect with this post. So then it goes in, creates my content for me. This is probably what you are going to see on social media this week. And then you can see here, it gives me an image prompt as well. So like for this post, a calm, organized home workspace with warm light and a cup of coffee on the desk. The to-do list is open with boxes checked off, and a calm sunrise is visible out the window. The vibe is peaceful productivity, a visual exhale. And then I could use whatever AI tool that I wanted to create that image. So I would just drop in this prompt. And if I wanted to, I could tell it to be more elaborate with the prompt, but I'm not going to use any of these prompts, so I'm not really too worried about it. But that's the idea here is like, I've got a week's worth of content. All I have to do is copy, paste it. And then what I do is I always double check it as I'm pasting it in. So like I read through it real quick, make sure I don't want to make any edits to it. And if I want to make an edit, I go in, make those edits there. I don't worry about telling ChatGPT to rewrite it or anything. Yeah, I just keep it really simple. I don't overthink things. And that's really the key here is it takes me 10, 15 minutes every single week to post my social media content using the social media planner and AI in terms of writing my content. And then maybe like another 10, 15 minutes if I'm actually using the prompts or posting in my own images. For a lot of posts lately, I'm not even posting an image. I'm just keeping it really simple with text. The last thing that I wanted to share is the social media planner is a part of the TechDesk Suite that I offer. So like it's part of the full build out, but I also have a special offer where I am making the TechDesk Suite planner, the social media planner, just the social media planner itself available to you for a one-time lifetime offer. And I'm not going to share the price in this video just because I might change the price later, but you can click the link in the description of this video to get that offer. It is a lifetime deal. You pay once, you have it forever, and you'll be able to post your social media, plan it just like you saw here in this video. And so just wanted to make that available to you because there's no need to pay for Hootsuite, Buffer, or any of those other options that are going to charge you an arm and a leg every single month to use those tools when you have this available to you. And it's really easy to use. And then if you're ever ready to upgrade to the full TechDesk Suite, then it's available to you and we can talk about that. But just wanted to make you aware of that. And that is all I have for this video. Until next time, grace and peace.